Boop. Hello.
Pika, what's your favorite movie? Like,
Um, I guess the Truman Show. It's like the only
that's a
one I
good
can
one.
remember.
I really like Scarface. Have you seen it?
No, is it a horror movie?
I don't know. It's about
I
a
said
gang.
it. Is it a horror movie so fucking robotically?
It's about a gangster played by Al Pacino going around doing gangster shit. Haven't seen it in a while, so apologies if I don't remember it very well. It's like Breaking Bad before Breaking Bad was a thing. That's not actually true, but
Say mine. God damn it.
again, I haven't
What the?
seen it in a while, so apology if I get shit wrong. Anyway. It actually was originally based on the story of Al Capone, a American gangster who sold rum,
I'm getting
aka alcohol.
comboed by these. Dude, I'm getting comboed the shit out of by these and by the AI in this game.
Fucking shut the fuck up and let me talk.
Okay, all right. I
I
am
so I know the story of Al Capone.
sure.
Okay, we're going back to the 20s to talk about
It's 2020.
20s to 1920. Alcohol bars were like really
So like
prominent
around the
back in
same time,
that
or
time.
like around the same time as Rah Rah Rasputin.
Close in the 17s, you fucking idiot.
I'm more than sure these said 17.
Rasputin died on the in like 1917.
Okay, well that's pretty close, right?
Yeah. Anyway, so women, like, we have to do all the work for our children at home because our husbands are getting fucking assholes in bars. So let's go talk to them. Honey, will you please stop drinking? No. Do you like my impersonation of a drunk person?
That was supposed to be a drunk person.
Yep.
Oh
No.
fuck! I misclicked.
I won't stop drinking. Women of the world, let's protest to stop drinking and let's call it prohibition. So
What
women
is
were
prohibition? It
protesting.
sounds like prostitution.
Anyway, do you want to know what the most ridiculous
No,
story
no,
of
wait,
women?
wait. What's
You know what's the most
prohibition?
ridiculous story of women protests? Some were okay. First,
Wait,
some were
but
like it.
sure, but what is prohibition?
Prohibition. It's a law enforced in the 20s about how how made alcohol consumption illegal in America.
Okay, yeah, it sounds like prostitution.
What's that again?
Paying someone on the street to have sex with you.
Oh yeah.
I think it's actually a job, but it's like a street job. I don't know. I'm not a, I'm, I'm not an expert on this.
Anyway, so when some people liked it, other people were against it. But you know what the most ridiculous ass story of this was?
Sure.
In America, sweet old granny, I forget her name, but sweet old granny was like, I am tired of men drinking. I'm gonna take a fucking fire axe and burn down a bar.
Sorry, what?
This happened, by the way. Imagine grandma fucking going to the bar with a fire axe and just chopping it all down.
Sorry, what's a fire axe? Is it like an axe on fire? That
No,
sounds like a
it's an
video
axe.
game weapon.
No, a fire axe is just another term for an axe.
Okay, I'll note this out. Like firearm is just another word for actual arm.
Mm-hmm. So she
Note to
just
self: if I'm ever
destroys.
making a video game,
So
you
sweet
can.
old Granny Norma over here just fucking destroys the whole ass bar. She does this 2 times to 2 other bars, and then she gets arrested for
Destruction of property.
yeah. And then everyone here was like, "Yeah, let's rally it. Let's go with her. Let's go." One of these people who were really in support of prohibition was. Give me a second.
He's checking the history wikis. Also known as history books.
Wayne Wheeler. Wayne Wheeler was some rando ass Ned Flanders bitch, and he was like, "Fuck prohibition, fuck drinking, fuck you, and fuck them kids.
God damn it.
I'm gonna stop
Ned Wheeler sounds like something straight out of Harry Potter, you know. Harry Potter, Sora Sauter, Dwayne Wheeler.
It's actually Wayne Wheeler.
Wayne Wheeler, Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Anyway, so Wayne was like, I shall start a thing where we stop prohibition.
Would be the first.
So, you know. Anyway, then all alcohol was removed from the world. From America.
And yes, the world, America.
And this is where the story of Al Capone starts. After Wayne Wheeler basically convinced everyone not to take, fucking, like, take over the world, like, have alcohol be everywhere. A lot of mobsters looking to get money were like, "Hey, fat tone, hey man, we wanna do some alcohol consumption? Yeah, let's go." So they went around
alcoholism.
And they started selling bottles of wine or rum or liquor or anything, whiskey, beer, for like $50 and people buy this shit. A ton of boats that had been loaded with alcohol from earlier. Church wine would be literally church would literally give out free wine to people even though it was illegal.
And they didn't get, of course, they didn't get arrested. It's church.
They didn't. That's not very Christian of you, church.
Lies and slander. Oh, I don't know. When I think of like a church, I think of someone who's very British.
Anyway, so then they were like, "Prohibition is," and then all the mobs. By the way, they're different. We got the Irish mobs, the Chicago mobsters.
Mobby, sorry.
The Irish mobsters, the French mobsters, and all of them were all at war with each other for trying so you could sell the best rum. They would often steal from each other and pick fights, which, ended up in a lot of death.
Anyway,
a lot of death. Anyway.
Kellen Aubrey.
So, as prohibition became more prominent, people started to have these underground parties where there would be a ton of alcohol in them and a ton of cool stuff. And this made Wayne Wheeler go, "Oh gosh, this is so fucking annoying. I hate everyone here. Why can't everyone just not stop drinking?" "I don't know, sir." Bro, you're literally a probation officer. Why are you drinking wine? So, some of Wayne Wheeler's workers who were literally against drinking were caught drinking and doing some vodka once. Not just once, many times, and many more times where prohibition or people who were who were against alcohol were caught drinking.
That's so ironic.
Yeah, the people who were against drinking were caught drinking. So shit fucking went crazy. Wayne Wheeler was like, "Fuck this shit and fuck you and fuck them."
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Fuck this shit, I'm not out. At least not for another 3 years. Anyway,
Spoiler.
so then Capone, and not Capone. Anyway, so then they were like, "Oh!" Anyway, then the president at the time, Warren G. Hold on.
Warren Goption Field. Imagine knowing American presidents. Couldn't be me.
Oh, there's so many. We'll just say the president.
I know Joe Biden, Joe Biden, Joe Biden.
Woodrow Wilson, let's call him Wilson, was the president. Hey, do people are doing prohibition want to make this a law? Yeah, sure, whatever. So prohibition was now a law, and he was just sitting there twiddling his thumbs, even though a ton of crime was going on, not knowing what the fuck he was supposed to do. So naturally, he's like, and then his assistant like, people are selling stuff, and a lot of people are dying. What should we do? Give it like another 2 years, then we'll see what happens. Sir, it's been another 2 years. People are still dying.
Give it another 3.
Give it another 10 years, bitch. Anyway,
really?
so president wasn't doing any good ass things about it. So, oh, you idiot! There's something called an election every 4 years.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Anyway, so then one day, the leader of the Chicago mob was just walking down the street when all of a sudden some 2 dudes with guns just shot at him, and he was like, "All right, I'm out. All right, I'm out. I'm gonna go to New York.
I'm out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go move to New York. Al Capone, you can take my Chicago mob. I'm gonna go to New York." And this is where we finally, after so long, get to the story of Al Capone. Capone had a wife.
Capone?
What?
Who's Al Capone?
Al Capone, I was just about to say that, but Al Capone was born in like the late 1800s, I think, and he was he had a wife, and I think about by the time he died, had about 3 children. 3 children. So
Holy children.
So he was the leader of the Chicago mob after the original mobster just got shot in the street and was like, "All right, I'm out. Here you go." So now he runs the place. You know how gangsters would be very discreet about what they're doing?
No.
What?
No.
Most gangsters are very discreet about leaving behind because they don't want to get caught and arrested. Capone, though, was a fucking media frenzy. He would literally do interviews with news outlets. Like, bitch, you know this dude killed like 100 people probably by now?
And he didn't get arrested?
Yeah.
He never
gets
got
arrested
set up?
You'll see. So then he's like, "I'm here, and I'm about to sell me a ton of rum that my old boss had, and I'm about that the old Chicago mob had." So then, he starts making all that. He starts making that green. His gang starts making that green. Starts getting that green. And then Capone's sitting there with his cigarettes, like, "This is good. This is good. Let's sell more rum." And so on Valentine's Day, February 14th, everyone at that point was like, "Capone is so cool. I want to be just like him when I grow up."
A drug dealer.
Yeah, I want to be a fucking drug dealer. Anyway, yeah, from February 14th, Valentine's Day, basically, it was like members of the Chicago mob met up with members of the Irish mob, and they were like, "Hey, Irish mob, we're gonna give you some rum. Actually, fuck you. We're gonna kill all of you. Fuck you guys and fuck them kids. We're gonna kill all of you right now." So, do you want me to send you an image of what it looked like at that time?
Sure.
They basically then started lining the Irishmen against the wall, and then went Times Day Massacre. They just this is literally This is literally basically. This was basically what it looked like. The men wearing the white hats are the Irishmen, and the men pointing the guns are the Chicago men.
And that's how the first Chicago people.
And guess what happened next?
Wait, look at that dude like right next to the gun, just standing there, like. Well,
yeah.
I knew it would come to this.
I don't know who the fuck half the people are. What are they doing in this photo? I just know that the people pointing the guns are the Chicago mobsters. The people pointing their backs are the other mobsters. Anyway, so they all died. They got lined up one by one, and they were firing and killing, and This is what the aftermath looked like. It was people were enraged. They had been like, "Oh, Capone was such a cool guy," but after knowing that Capone just kind of was allowing this shit, they were like, "Fuck you, Capone." And then Capone's like, "Ah, shit, what do I do?" And then like, "Mr. President, what? People are like fucking like dying.
Get
What do we
down,
do?"
Mr. President.
Whatever. I don't give a shit. But fuck you. I'm gone. Fuck you.
Them
Fuck
kids.
you. Wait, President. Anyway. Everyone was getting drunk and high. Capone was getting that green. From the moolah. Anyway, and then shit all changed
When the Fire Nation attacked.
when basically a ton of Capone basically got arrested for, fucking killing 400 people. And somehow he was literally able to pay everyone in that room, considering, he was basically fucking a billionaire back then, pay everyone out of that room to basically give him a not guilty verdict.
Like, even the judge?
Yeah, even the judge! He even paid the damn judge, and the judge listened. The jury, everyone in that courtroom, the jury, the judge, the witnesses, everyone he paid. And they all listened.
Even that guy who's just like, well...
Yeah, even the fucking dude who was just sitting in the back probably got paid $10 to not say anything.
That is hilarious.
I know, literally, the fucking judge. They somehow, the dude fucking said everyone in that room was paid a lot of money so they would keep quiet. And the jury, the fucking the audience, the judge was paid, and the judge, the lawyers, the prosecutors.
I can just imagine like this mafia mob boss just throwing up sacks of cash to the crowd.
Yeah, like this is a real,
like the Krabby Patties.
This is a real thing that actually happened.
Just like and the Krabby Patties.
The jury, and then since he paid literally everyone in that damn room, literally including the attorneys and prosecutors.
I feel like you, Ace Attorney.
What? Like what? How is he doing? Why are you doing this shit, bro? Like how
are
is
you always doing
the fucking judge? Literally, that one guy sitting in the back probably got paid $10 to be quiet.
How much did he pay to do more than a judge's salary?
Anyway, then it's 2 years, and then anyway, the election year is approaching, and they arrest Capone again. But do you want to know what they arrest him for?
Underage drinking?
Tax evasion. And he got sentenced to Alcatraz for tax evading.
Well,
nothing else, just tax evading.
I mean, you gotta assume that they were also just in that moment, like, yeah, let's also just. You
gotta find something to get this guy really fucked up. But then
the Fire Nation.
Then they have the trial, and then it's revealed that everyone in that room was also paid again.
No way that he did it twice.
Again, the second time.
How much money does he still have? He's gotta be like a.
How
much money do you have to have?
But thankfully, the police this time were like, let's do a big brain play, and before we knew the verdict for the jury, let's swap out the jury from the people who had been paid to people who had not been paid. What if he just paid them with that's a smart idea. What if they just did?
It would have been gone if he just.
What would have happened if Just fucking imagine while they're just sitting in the chair. Hey, buddy, want $10? Here, and then the $10 is just sliding across the fucking floor to the jurors.
Okay, when you said that, you know that Whopper ad, with
Yeah,
the guy
wubber,
with
wubber.
the giant head. No, the
Yeah.
guy with a giant mouth, like unleashing his mouth to go in to eat the and slithers to eat the Whopper.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
When you said the sliding the $10, I just imagined that.
Yeah, it's $10 just slivering
Oh
across
my
the floor
god,
to
we've been
the
calling for
dirt.
20 minutes.
What if? Hey, what if? What if? Like, what if the jurors just gave him a not guilty verdict because they didn't know what was happening?
Oh yeah.
What if that just happened? Then what would they do?
Well, I mean, they probably gave him the rundown, right?
No, I don't think they did actually.
They just saw out. They
They
just
just
tuned in to
looked like
see Al
5 random
Capone.
ass people told them, "Hey, this dude did some like tax evasion." You want to see the?
Nothing.
We ain't got any time to show you the evidence. Everyone in this room has lunchtime in like 2 minutes, so make your decision. What if they just fucking said not guilty? What would he do? Would he just walk off free?
Yeah.
But somehow he was found guilty and was sentenced to life in prison in Alcatraz for fucking not paying one minuscule dollar to the IRS.
That's it.
Bro,
Like
yeah.
that's just the end of the story.
No, it's not the end of the story. Kind of is
Okay,
actually.
revolution.
Sentenced in Alcatraz. Everyone was sick and fed up of the president not doing jack shit. Someone in the election came along. Franklin D. Roosevelt shined his big
Oh, I know
titty.
Franklin D. Roosevelt. I think you
Franklin
talked
D.
about him
Roosevelt
like once.
shined his big titties onto everyone, and they were like, "Fuck that! Fuck the other president. Let's vote for this dude." And then he made that drinking is illegal again in America. Al Capone was in prison for 4 years, and then he had a stroke and died.
Okay, that's somehow less cool. That's somehow less cool than
Yeah, I know that it just ends by him dying from a stroke in prison.
yeah, that's somehow less cool than Rasputin dying in from
Fucking dying in the
being
fucking
choked
water.
after being yeah, like you're a mafia boss. You get
And
sent
you
to
died
Alcatraz.
from a stroke in Alcatraz.
You're a mafia boss. You go to and then you get sentenced to Alcatraz for tax evasion
For
and
tax
then
evasion.
die of a stroke.
Yeah, but wait, let me look it up. I'm pretty sure it was a stroke.
That's like the least cool way to go out.
Like, at least Rasputin, like,
At least Rasputin, like, you know,
was
was
it?
shot first.
Oh,
He
oh,
lived
is
a
he?
gunshot.
Yeah, I was literally, I looked it up and it literally says he died of a stroke or pneumonia.
Pneumonia would be even less cool.
No, he died of a stroke and pneumonia. So he died with a stroke and because of pneumonia, whatever it's called. How do you pronounce it?
All right.
What?
I have to head out in a little bit.
Can you believe that that's how the story ends, though?
Really, no. So
Yeah, it's such a dumb ending. He just dies in prison from a stroke and pneumonia.
let's wrap this up really
Like,
quickly since while I pack.
go to the cottage. Okay. Oh yeah, is the video posted, by the way? Like you're a mob boss. Like you're a mob boss, and you don't die of like being shot or being assassinated or getting poisoned. You literally died because you had a stroke in Alcatraz. Like, bitch, what the fuck?
Cool, but
Being in Alcatraz is like a badass thing, but dying because of a stroke when you're only like 60. Are you done recording? By the way, I'm pretty sure he was also only like 60 or 50.
Okay, well for like the 19 whatevers, that's actually pretty good.
And he died of a stroke or pneumonia, which is just fucking dumb as shit to me.
Yeah.
Like,
I find it funny how we made fun of how two people have died in these videos.
yeah, like Rasputin literally got shot, like poisoned, shot in the back, shot in the head, and then died because
I mean, it could have been like blood loss, but still.
like Why can't he just die by getting shot in the head? Like that would have been way.
Yeah, like you're literally so what's the word? Appealing that you get assassinated. Talk about Riz.
Yeah, bro had so much riz. He had 13 orgies with women. 13 freaking orgies with different women.
Yeah, that
Bro
is
probably had
insane. Okay,
50
people
ass
can like
women on
provide
him.
it to him.
Yeah, Rasputin really, really like the king of Russian riz.
But this isn't about Rasputin.
This is about Capone. Capone got no bitches.
But he
Capone is not Rasputin.
he
Capone
did
only
have a
got one.
mob. I mean, he might be a mob boss leader, but he doesn't have Riz.
He's a mob boss leader and would probably kill. And if he heard this, he would probably kill us. But bro only has one wife and 3 kids. What Rasputin? 50 women.
I feel like his cred would go down if he like killed 2 random minors for disrespecting it. Actually, probably not.
Nah, this dude. The people loved when this dude killed people. Until the St. Valentine's Day massacre, because apparently that was different. Apparently,
I guess it's because like the day of love. I don't know.
And like again, they were all lined up, and basically they were all basically. A lot of them were forced to watch as
People get heated.
their co-workers, potential friends, got shot and killed.
I mean, people get heated about like holidays.
Yeah. So and plus,
Never try and interfere with a Halloween versus Christmas debate. That's how you
someone.
actually. Like,
Yeah, that's why it's called the St. Valentine's Day massacre. Yeah, people were not happy about this, but I guess they were fine with him killing like 400 people. Beside that, and bro looks like he'd be a fucking actor for a Teletubby. Like Capone literally looks like he'd be a fucking ice cream man worker or an actor for a Teletubby.
I mean, actor for Teletubbies, that's a surprisingly cool job because it's
Like
like being a real life
he's got the
creepypasta.
body for it. He's got the body for it.
Yeah, but it's like being a real life creepypasta.
Yeah,
Nobody
Al
isn't
Capone
scared
was the
of
real
Teletubbies.
life. Yo, Al Capone was the real life Breaking Bad.
Nobody isn't scared of. Nobody isn't scared of Teletubbies. To be honest, everyone has looked
Teletubby.
at a Teletubby and thought at least once, I need to beat it up right now before it kills me.
Yeah, I don't get why shit like fucking people were like, yeah, Franklin Roosevelt shining his big goldy titties on everyone, and they were like, fuck the other guy. And then he stopped prohibition, and then boom, everything went back to normal.
You should be like a history teacher because honestly, I would listen to all my history classes if they were phrased like this.
Why? Do you think I'm fun to talk about history too?
Oh, you're just good at it.
Like I'm good at explaining shit and like by also being goofy.
Yeah, like you're funny with it, and you're funny with it, and um you don't read. You're funny with it, but I actually learn things because of it.
You actually learned about Al Capone and the prohibition law.
Yeah, I know the prohibition has nothing to do with schmecks. And, sorry, it has nothing to do with prostitution. But
Hey,
probably would have been doodling in my notebook.
is it just me? But I really, really want to do an episode of AFK's assassination.
Honestly, I feel like that's too well known, but also I know nothing about it.
Really?
Fuck, I stepped on a fork. I mean, I know he was assassinated, but I don't know, why? What's the motive? Maybe we could do an episode on JFK just as a whole.
On who?
JFK as a whole.
Yeah, JFK as a whole, and we should also do an episode about Martin Luther King and Malcolm
If
X.
this does well enough, we could just do a video about every president.
Okay, that would be really hard, but really fun. Some of them would be really fun to talk about. I really am excited for Donald Trump episode.
And then you got Joe Biden.
Yeah, the Joe Biden episode. Who
Obama.
likes Joe Biden? Anyway, yeah. So historical figures. Ooh, want to do one about like Che Guevara? Che Guevara or Henry VIII? Guy Fawkes or
Sorry, who's Henry Rivera?
he was a revolutionist.
Yeah, check that out.
Revolutionist who tried to change things. I don't think it ended up well for him, honestly. I don't think it ended up well. Guy Fawkes, another revolutionist who tried to kill James the First and fucking failed horrible, and his balls got cut off. But Guy Fawkes, really, we all just know that he fucking got his balls cut off, and then he tried to kill James the First.
That's just how. That's how you start. That's how you start any video. Just say, yeah.
I could probably just explain what Guy Fawkes did in like 2 minutes. Like,
so let's keep it simple.
Okay, Guy Fawkes was born, and he was a pilgrim, fucking looking ass bitch, and he was portraying a gunpowder plot to kill James the First. Ended up failing. They ended up all getting tortured, and he ended up getting burned, and his balls got cut off. That's all. And that's basically the full story.
And that's how I met your mother.
That's How I Met Your Mother by Guy Fawkes. We could do Christopher Columbus. That would be an interesting episode.
Speaking of interesting, I can't. Okay, I am not. I have no arm strength. I can't put together. Luggage.
Want to do an episode about JFK as a whole? What?
Anachnu leaving at 6 minutes.
Okay, next time, please.
What'd she say?
Leaving in 6 minutes.
In how long?
6 minutes.
Oh shit! Bye. Shit, it's gotta go soon.
Okay,
Anyway, so
don't bother with the luggage.
I want to do an episode about JFK as a whole.
Sure, I guess.
Can we also do an episode about the black protests, like Martin Luther King
Okay,
and
let's wrap this one up first.
okay, Al Capone?
Yeah.
Wait, you're still recording this?
Yeah.
I finished it like 10 minutes ago.
Okay, bye.
Oh.